Guys, and welcome to Escape with Watch Reviews. My name is Steve, and today we're going to be jumping right in, looking at two new releases from San Martin. I say new releases from San Martin. They're basically just a new set of dial options for this one. A little bit more going on with the SN0116 here, but we'll get into all the details here pretty soon. I was sent both of these watches for free. I don't have to send them back, but you guys know the deal by now. It's not going to sway my reviews. My previous reviews, they're the same. I paid for the original SN116. I gave one of them away. So yeah, you're always going to get my honest opinion on this channel no matter what. And if by the end of this review you do want to pick one of these watches up, I'll be leaving both links down in the video description. Those are affiliate links. If you guys use those links, you're not going to pay any extra. It'll just earn a little bit of commission for me, for the channel, and I'll help keep the channel running. So let me start off by saying I reviewed both of these watches recently. The SN0129, I reviewed the lapis lazuli, so that kind of blue stone dial, and then I reviewed the SN0116, the root beer colorway. That's the GMT model of this. So there are a couple changes under the hood. We'll get into each of these changes here pretty soon, but I just want to first get the price and the stats and stuff like that out of the way. So I'm going to pop up everything on the screen here. The SN0129 starts at $320 US. The SN116 starts at $230 US. That's before any taxes, VAT, or coupon, or anything like that. The SN0129 now has an additional two dial options. We have this green wave, and then we also have a purple wave, which I think looks really, really cool. So the SN0116 now comes with the NH35, so just a three-hand movement, and these come in three new colorways, all based on different fruits. So it's a summer theme. So we have the avocado here, and then it's accompanied by two very bold color palettes, the grape and the blood orange. I think all of the new colors look really cool. So the watch cases, the bracelets, the crystals, they're all the same as before. So we have a 316L stainless steel case and bracelet on the fly adjustment clasp, sapphire crystals with AR coating, Swiss Superluminova on the dial and the hands. They're both powered by the Seiko NH based automatic movements. Yeah, they are great packages for the price, in my opinion. So like I mentioned, there's only a couple different things going on here. I'm going to get into the dimensions first. So I'm popping up the dimensions on screen now, and you can see they are unchanged from before. Really nice set of dimensions on these watches. I like the way that they wear before. I like the way that they wear now. The cases on these things, I can tell why they've been such popular sellers. They're really, really nicely done. The case finishing on these things, as always with San Martin, is just super crisp, super sharp. The brushing and the polishing is just done to a very, very high standard. The crown actions on these things, the bracelets, they're all done really nicely. The only real difference on this watch, as opposed to the one that I previously ordered, was the middle polish link. So I'm not sure why they went back to a middle polish link. They have the middle polish link, I think, on the wave dials, and then the stone dials have fully brushed bracelets. I'm not really sure why. I think it should actually be the other way around. The stone dials are pretty flashy, and I think a polished center link kind of goes better with those ones. But you know, this is what they decided to do. I don't think it looks bad, but I do think a fully brushed bracelet would maybe look a little bit better. But yeah, either way, the San Martin 3-link bracelet, very nice, solid links, solid end links, screw pins on the fly adjustment clasp. As you can see here, everything functions perfectly on this watch. Really, really happy with these bracelets, and really happy with the overall finishing of this watch. They look absolutely fantastic. As you can see here, here's the new dial colors. It's a fume green, and it looks fantastic. It's a really bright pop of green, but then it fades pretty quickly to a dark green, or maybe even black there at the edges. Fully polished and fully applied indices there. Everything looks just great. I've got no issues with it at all. The handset looks good. The lume is the same. The lume is really good on this watch. Yeah, these watches are excellent. The crystals are the same as before, and the crystal is, again, very, very good. It's a box dome sapphire, as you can see there. Sits right up above the bezel still. I'm not really sure what else to say about this watch. It's just a new color to a pattern that they've already had in the past. So yeah, I think the new colors look awesome. Though that purple looks fantastic. This green also looks fantastic. So I'm really happy with this watch. The timekeeping has also been very good. Packaging is the same. So yeah, if you want to see more information on the SN0129, I say you head to the review. I'll pop that up right here, and that'll give you even more detail about this watch. I kind of just brushed over and glazed over everything. But if you want to see more detail, go to that one. Really the only difference on that watch and this one is the polished link and that dial. So yeah, I'd say go check out that link, or just head to the video description. You can see a little bit more when you check out the listing for it. So I'm going to set this watch aside, but again, do really like this one. Yeah, it looks absolutely stunning. Before I get into the next watch, doing a wrist check for the St. Martin SN0 141 on these new FKM cut to size straps. I'm really high on these things now. They are awesome. Got a whole bunch of them in, and yeah, you're going to be seeing these a lot lately, I think. Yeah, really awesome, especially for the summers here. All right, so getting into the SN0 116. So there's a little bit extra going on here. So the SN0 116 started out as a GMT watch. So it had the NH34, 4 hands, obviously. So they dropped the NH34 for the NH35. So it's a 3-hand movement with a date there. And then they changed the bezel because the previous bezel was a GMT bezel. This is a dive time bezel. So before it had a bidirectional 24 click, and now we're looking at a unidirectional 120 click. So those are the main changes on this thing. The bracelet is the same. The case is the same. I absolutely love this case. A very slim mid case there with nice turn down, drilled lugs. The finishing, as always, very sharp, very crisp. Really nice screw down action. The bezel action on this watch is excellent. We'll get to that here in just a second. But the main star of the show is the dial on this thing. The dial, absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of this yellowish, greenish. It does look like an avocado. The lume on this watch is really cool looking. I'm going to pop up a lume shot here. You can see it just looks really cool. That outer chapter ring really glows really bright. The bezel is fully loomed. The hands, the dial is all loomed. So yeah, I mean, the lume on this watch is, again, really good. It is very solid, and it lasts all night long. And it's just a really cool kind of party trick with that outer minute track being loomed. Looks really good. But the watch itself, you can see here, really nice color matched date wheel there down at the 6 o'clock position. Everything is aligned perfectly straight. The alignment on the bezel here, you can see it's one click off. So we will rotate it around. You can see that it is perfectly aligned here. When you look at it, there you go. So the bezel alignment is just spot on. Yeah, really happy with this watch. The bezel action on it, like I mentioned, they switched from a 24 click, which was a really good bezel, to this 120 click. St. Martin, they know how to do bezels, so I'm not surprised this bezel action is very nice. It's very loud, very audible, but very crisp. I mean, each individual click is very easy to feel and hear. Yeah, it's just a really good bezel. There's no play in this thing at all. Really solid, very even resistance, good grip, good action all around. And I do like they switched, again, another change that I forgot to mention. They switched from an aluminum bezel insert to a sapphire bezel insert. And it does look really good. It's kind of got that bubble or dome effect to it. Yeah, really like the look of this thing. You can kind of see that side profile over here. Just looks really cool. You got the dome of the bezel insert and then the dome on the crystal. Other than that, though, the watch is the same. The price obviously dropped because they're using the NH35 instead of the NH34, but the handset looks the same to me. The dial looks the same to me, except the colors, obviously. And the bracelet, obviously, is the same. It's that 20 millimeter to 16 millimeter taper beads of rice bracelet, and these things are excellent. I removed no links for my wrist. I'm probably going to remove one link because I'm on the tightest setting. So yeah, if you're 8-inch wrist or above, I think you're going to have trouble fitting this one, but below that you should be fine. These bracelets are excellent, super comfortable, super fluid. The finishing on them is just fantastic. Really happy with these watches, guys. I'm not really sure what else to say. They've both been running good. They both came and shipped in a very secure package. For $230 US, you're getting a really fun summertime dive watch. You're gonna be able to swim with this thing, no problems. Throw it on some straps, it's gonna look good. Yeah, these things are absolutely fantastic value for the money, guys. I liked the GMT model. I like the dive watch even better, I think. I'm just kind of a sucker for that sapphire bezel insert. It looks good, and I do like the really bright colors that they're coming out with. So yeah, I think that's basically it, guys. Both of these watches are on sale now. We are in the middle of another sale from AliExpress, so you're going to be able to save some cash on both of these things if you're going to want these things. I do think I can't remember which one of these was pretty close to selling out. So if you're going to want one of these things, you might want to act pretty quick on them. I think they're going to sell out, and I don't think they're going to start making any more. So yeah, just something to note, I guess. Sometimes you got to act quick on these things, especially in some bright colors like this. Sometimes they limit that production number. So yeah, if you want one, I think you're going to have to act pretty quick. But I think that's it for me. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.